I've been on the losing end too many times this year.
Come on, TB. You had so many great seasons. You know, we gotta see if you got what it takes to bounce back one more time.
You're right. And that's what I've been thinking about today. You know, what is this teaching me? What is this? And it's just teaching me things about me that I never, that I've never had to deal with, what type of adversities. And, like I even tell my kids, like, I want you to fail. I really want you to fail because I want to see what happens when you fail. And I think part of me right now is just, it's been tough. We're 6-8, hasn't gone the way it's wanted, but what's it teaching me? What am I going to do? How am I going to show up? How am I going to persevere? How am I going to find the positivity? How am I going to find the blessing? How am I going to find, the obstacles the way, and you got to just overcome it. And you got to show up more determined, more focused and see what you can make of it. So that's what I'm going to do.
What I was taught was when you're winning, you don't focus on what you're doing wrong. You focus on what you're doing right. And sometimes winning breeds the wrong character because it doesn't teach you what you could be better at. So when you do happen to lose, it helps you focus in on what you can get better at. So you're going to be all right. This is what you do, TB. I've been watching you for a long time, baby.
There's no way you could have predicted that Ryan Jensen would get hurt, that Ali Marpet would retire inside, that Alex Kappa would go to Cincinnati. Like, Tom Brady is a guy that he can deal with outside pressure because he's so good at manipulating the pocket, so good at climbing it, moving around and delivering the football on time. With people in his lap, that's not fun for him. That's not the way he plays football. So I am with you. I see him, and I know that this year's been, obviously, it's been tough, and I feel for him. Divorce is difficult, and family situations are very hard, and he's human, and I know that has to weigh heavy on your mind. But I've always said this about Tom. He loves this game. He loves the grind of this game. He loves the professionalism. But there's only one place that Tom Brady can be a dude, and that's in the locker room. The rest of the time, whenever he leaves that facility, man, he is Tom Brady, a celebrity. The one place he can be a guy is in the locker room, and he loves to compete. He loves that aspect of football. The guys gravitate to him.
In my second career, I'm going to, be on TV, and I'm going to have the opportunity to be, I would say, more critical than what I've been, as a player, because you always think as a player, I got to pick my spots in the locker room because there's frustrations you have as a player. I always feel like I just go address them I never really do it through the media. I just go to the players, and I go to the coach, or I go, to the person who could actually solve the problem, right, as a player.
Yes.
But I'm thinking, as I think forward, my career, I want to be, and I think part of it is, at 23 seasons professionally, when I watch football now, the only thing I see, 9 out of 10, it's, man, that was a really bad play.
Yes.
As opposed to the spectacular play that Mahomes made, or the spectacular play that Josh Allen made. Now it's like, man, what bad defensive play. What a bad play by the quarterback. And naturally, because I think I have a high level of, when you play with Randy Moss, when you play with Wes Welker, when you play with Gronkowski and Edelman and Mike Evans, you see greatness.
Yes.
And there's a very standard for perfection that I want to see the game played at, because I value the sport. I value the coordination of this incredible chess match that's happening, the play within every play. And I just feel like there's probably more Johnny Miller in me, where, when I used to watch him on golf telecasts, it was just scathing sometimes. What, that guy choked under pressure or whatever. And that's essentially how I end up seeing the game a lot now. So not that I want to be negative, but I do want to point out, and Belichick taught this to me a lot, and I said this to Jim, it's hard to win a game in the NFL. There's more games lost in the NFL than they're won. If you don't screw it up, you got a great chance to win, because most people do just mess it up. If you do the basic fundamentals of what the sport are, with blocking, tackling, rushing the quarterback, blocking for the quarterback, catching the ball, throwing, kicking the ball properly, you can do really well in the sport. I think proven by that Patriot system all those years.
And ask what you're most thankful for this Thanksgiving.
It's a good question. I'm thankful for a lot. I have a lot of blessings in my life. I'm a very, very lucky guy. So
we saw Jack out with you today. How cool was that to have him with you?
It's the best. So I had him out here for training camp last year, which was amazing for a dad. So it was pretty special. Just love having him. And as much as I can be around him, the better it is. So. A lot of it's been, you never really know what he says a lot without saying anything, and I think from my standpoint, I've tried to play things down the middle, because I'm not always trying to cause there's not a real point I want to make, because I don't necessarily, again, especially as a member of a team, you don't want to disrupt the team. Certainly I don't, because I feel like if I have an issue with the team, I'm just going to go address it with my teammates, like I said. So I think there's an opportunity on social media to promote things that you believe in, because if you do see yourself as having a voice and people listen to what you say, at least if I'm going to say something, I'm going to say something in a positive, constructive way, or an empowering way, or an inspiring way, or an aspiring way. Because a friend of mine said something pretty good. He said, there's a difference between being a class act, which was always a compliment when we were younger. People say, that guy's a real class act. When you would think of athletes, or you think something, man, that guy's a class act. That was a great compliment. And then nowadays, basically, you just have to be an act. If you act like an idiot, people are going to pay attention. If you say something stupid, people are going to pay attention. If you say something ridiculous, you're going to get paid attention. That used to be edited out. And then you would only really get things that people would actually look up to or aspire to. Man, I want to be like Charles Barkley because he's a great basketball player. Look at what they did in the Olympics, and look what he did. And look, that was a great compliment. Now you just have to be an idiot, and you get a lot of attention, and you get the same amount of attention as people who are doing really great things, in society, or doing great things to, wake up every day to, serve people, which is, everyone's trying to make the world a better place in their own particular way. So hopefully that's what I use social media for.
That was one of the great experiences I've ever had. I played at Wembley twice. I played in Stadium Azteca in Mexico, which was another amazing experience. And then this is as good as it gets. So to just travel around the world and see, kind of the welcoming from, even around town, there was a lot of really cool fanfare. And then driving in today, it looked like there was a lot of excitement. So by the time we got on the field for warm-ups, the stadium was basically full. And, he just gets everyone hyped up, and hopefully we, kind of entertained everyone. That was our goal coming out here.
I had 3 older sisters, and my dad was always, whatever I needed, I think of myself as a parent and being grateful, during Thanksgiving. It's always time for family, when you think about this holiday. And, the commitment that parents make and that my parents made to me in my career is unbelievable. You know what I mean? It's just, you think of all the people along the way that enabled you. And like you said, how many years you played basketball and have been a part of the sport that's allowed you to be, have this amazing life. And same for me. I remember I didn't start playing football until I was a freshman in high school, and I didn't even play. I was the backup quarterback on a team that went 0-7 or 0-8. Didn't even play, and we didn't win a game. So I was very But my parents never thought, when I kept playing, they always said, no, you're going to, and Mom, Dad, I love football. I want to play. You can do it, son. You can do it. You can do it. You want me to, let's go. And went to the College of San Mateo to the guy who taught me to throw a football. God rest his soul. Tom Martinez was a great man. But my dad, he'd come home, roll his shirt sleeve up and drive me up there and sit there and, film as, I'm learning how to throw. So, you just have these people that are in your life, like your parents, and, the commitment that they make to enable your success. Talk about gratitude and having perspective and appreciation for all those people along the way. So I'm here in my 23rd season, looking forward to finishing strong here after Thanksgiving, and obviously with a lot of gratitude for the people that have made such a huge impact in my life and supported me throughout this amazing career. And, I just want to be that for my kids. I just want to be the best dad I could be.
I have a great appreciation for sports, what they do, how they bring people together, and I think this is another indication of that. It was really cool for a bunch of American kids to come over here and play in another country and kind of see, be welcomed the way that we were. So we're very grateful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe as I post a new Tom Brady video every day.